And when it comes to actions of steroid hormones, again it is going to be easy to recognize. When it comes to the mechanism of action, the exact title given in the NMC competency, we have learned that the cell membrane is a phospholipid bilayer. So let me take up a outer leaflet of cell membrane and let this be inner leaflet of cell membrane, people. Since the membrane is a lipid and the hormone is also a lipid, the hormone will not be stagnated, will not be stopped at the cell membrane itself. This hormone easily diffuses across the membrane and comes inside the membrane just by the process of diffusion. I repeat, the hormone will not be stopped at the cell membrane. These hormones will easily diffuse across the membrane into the cytoplasm. As a consequence, the receptors for the hormones, are either located in the cytoplasm or the receptors are located inside the nucleus. Consider this as nucleus, and nucleus has got chromosomes. So let me take this as chromosomes here, people. So these lines indicates double helical spiral DNA and everything. And the receptors are seen either they are located in the cytoplasm or the receptors are located within the nucleus. The receptor being located within the cytoplasm and nucleus do have an affinity for the hormone, and once the hormone gets to the point, consider this as a hormone, guys. Once the hormone gets to the point, this hormone will combine with the receptor. It can be either a cytoplasmic receptor or it can be either a nuclear receptor. So this hormone combines with the receptor. Once this combination takes place, the complex, hormone receptor complex, will translocate into the nucleus from the cytoplasm, and they go and bind to the genes, creating effects from the genes. Alright, this is one way. Or the hormone receptor complex present within the nucleus will again come and bind with the DNA and exerts their action, makes the DNA to synthesize some proteins or something. So ultimately the action is getting manifested. So people, how are you going to write this in your paper? When it comes to the mechanism of action of a steroid hormone, so please remember the very first point. When it comes to receptors, the receptors are going to be called as intracellular receptors. And if it happens to be intracellular receptors, they are of two varieties. The receptors are either located in the cytoplasm and they are called as cytoplasmic receptors, or these receptors can be named as nuclear receptors because they are located within the nucleus. Certain textbooks uses this way of classification. They call it as cytoplasmic receptors or nuclear receptors. Some of the textbooks gives a different name for it. Even though they are cytoplasmic receptors, since once they are combined with the hormone, they translocate into the nucleus and exerts its action on the genes. Some textbooks uses a different terminology for it. Cytoplasmic receptors are also called as nuclear receptors type 1. Nuclear receptors type 1 indicates the receptors are located in the nucleus. Once the hormone combines with that, the complex, hormone receptor complex, goes to the nucleus. Alright, they are located in the cytoplasm. Nuclear receptor type 1 says that the receptors are located in the cytoplasm. Once the hormone combines with the receptor, the complex as such, the hormone receptor complex, translocates into the nucleus and exerts its action on the DNA, people. Receptors which are located right inside the nuclei are called as nuclear receptor type 2. They are called as nuclear receptor type 2, guys.